This is the ultimate beginner's guide to Deepwoken. Compared to other guides, I will not only explain things, but teach you the exact cheese tactics you need to reach max level as fast as possible. I will even play bad on purpose, and I will even upload an uncut version you can copy 1-to-1 to reach max level guaranteed. This way, you have proof that my methods actually work for anyone, and that this video is 100% worth watching. I will show you everything you need to know in this tutorial. The video is cut into chapters, so feel free to skip ahead if you already know the basics. Leave a sub and a like. Now, let's start and not waste any time. Let's start at the main menu. You have the option to play the tutorial, which I advise for the absolute basics. But don't worry, I will explain all the advanced mechanics in this video. Click on an empty character slot. By the way, if you follow this guide and hit power 20, the game gives you an extra slot for free. Now, we are in the character creation menu. Every race has a specific buff. The absolute best ones are Khan, Vesperian, and Ganymede. On the right, you choose your origin. I have them all unlocked, but for you, the best starter island is definitely the Isle of Vigils. It's small, simple to understand, and a perfect safe zone to learn the game. Customizing your appearance is simple. Change your colors, make your character lean or buff, and you can even copy and paste any hair ID from the Roblox catalog. Next up, starter weapons. I highly advise picking a heavy weapon. Medium is okay too, but only pick the light weapon, the stiletto, if you are already a pro, because it deals way less damage early on. Now we come to the most important part, attributes and talents. I have linked this completely free build in my Discord and bio, or you can just copy it from my uncut progression video. This build guarantees massive damage, tankiness, and passive healing. It allows for super fast leveling and is incredibly forgiving if you make mistakes. First step, set all your starting attributes to 0. Your race attributes can't go to 0, but that's perfectly fine. To make this build overpowered, we use the Shrine of Order. Don't panic, it's simple. We level certain stats very high early on to unlock specific powerful talents. We call these pre-shrine stats. Then we use the Shrine of Order to balance our points across the board. The best part? You keep all the high-level talents you already unlocked. That is why we save Fortitude, Willpower, Heavy Weapon, and Flame Charm for post-shrine, because we want those to stay high at the end. Here is your pre-shrine leveling goal. Allocate these points evenly to level up fast. Get 25 agility for the speed boost and speed demon for massive damage buffs. Get 25 charisma for charismatic cast and tough love, which gives you damage buffs and reduction when hitting enemies with mantras. Get 25 strength for going nowhere to slow down your enemies. Push strength to 40 for showstopper to remove enemy speed buffs. Push agility to 40 for ghost, a legendary talent that makes you invisible after dodging. And finally, throw 30 points into intelligence. It's not strictly necessary, but it gives a great damage buff and speeds up your leveling process. For your magic attunement, I highly advise picking Flame Charm. It is the ultimate all-rounder for passive healing, PvE, PvP, and utility. Now pay close attention to your boons and flaws. Do not pick vegetarian. We need carnivore to get the Grand Feast talent. This allows you to heal by gripping monsters, which normally wouldn't give you any health. For your flaws, pick squeamish. It barely affects you. And pick obvious if you need an extra flaw. For your boons, take Scrapper and Steadfast. I will explain aces and the other mechanics later. Finally, let's talk about echo modifiers. Pick Loose Change. It barely affects your progression. Echoes are the points you get after wiping. Deepwoken rewards you when you die, so the permadeath isn't actually that harsh. You earn echoes by powering up, beating bosses, and taking oaths. In the Echo Shop, upgrade your stats in this exact order. First, mob armor and damage. Second, starting notes. Third, starting knowledge and aces. Fourth, resonance progression and rarity. Last, pass down carrying and stomach capacity. Quick tip, if you have a friend dropping you overpowered items that you want to keep, level pass down capacity before resonance. For your starting unlocks, pick multifaceted to save up, or grab basics like the axe. The very first things you should actually buy are a glider or a flint. If you follow this exact setup, honor the pre-shrine stats, and pick Flame Charm, you will have a massive Kickstarter compared to other new players and absolutely dominate in PvE and PvP. Now, after you create your character, you will spawn in the Isle of Vigils. Before we start, I will explain how the leveling system and talents work and what everything on your GUI means. First, this is your health bar in its normal state. In Deepwoken, you have 2 lives in the overworld and 1 in a place we call the depths. When you die once, you lose a life and your health bar becomes rusted and jaundiced. If you die with a rusted health bar, you drown and go to the depths. There are also instant triggers that send you there even if your bar is clean. Dying in a void zone or the void sea, being consumed by a corrupted blood scourge, having the hollow echo modifier, or using the deep-bound Call of the Deep talent. If you die inside the depths, you are sent to the Fragments of Self, where you revive or wipe completely. But don't worry, powering up restores your health to normal. And a quick fact, the lower your health gets, the slower you move. This blue bar is your ether, your magic reserves for casting mantras. Hover over a mantra to see its ether cost. You regen it through intelligence talents, hitting enemies with N1s, resting at campfires, or just standing still. Next is your tempo. When it glows blue, press G to vent and push enemies away. Below that is posture. Hold block and it fills yellow. If it gets completely full, you get guard broken and stunned for a few seconds. On the left, you can see useful cooldowns, like your crits. Dodge cooldowns are there too, but you probably won't look at them in a fight. On the bottom left are your blood, hunger, and thirst bars. They regen when you power up. You can restore blood at a campfire at the cost of hunger and thirst. To gain hunger, craft food by combining 3 easy-to-find mushrooms, eat fruits, or buy food at your guild base. If you have no blood, you will bleed out and die. Now, look at the top of your screen. If you see a light bluish purple, orange, or red skull, you have a combat tag, commonly known as C tag. You enter this state upon getting hit by or interacting with an attack from any enemy, monster, boss, player, or hazard. This includes dodging, parrying, and blocking. Just a note, allies through Vow of Mastery, Vow of Allegiance, guildmates, or Roblox friends do not proc combat tag if they hit you. Its main purpose is to punish rage quitting during combat.
When tagged, the combat music of your location starts playing, and you face severe consequences. Your damage modifier soft cap is reduced from plus 50% to plus 25%. Your natural health regeneration and healing from campfires are reduced. Some talents activate just from inflicting or getting a tag, like Ready or Not, which cuts the damage of the first hit you take outside of combat in half. You cannot assassinate enemies without the Dust Lunge talent. You cannot switch weapons or equipment unless you're a Silent Heart. Certain NPCs will change their dialogue and disallow services, and you cannot use items like the Idol of Yoon Shoals, the Chime of Dwelling, the Beast Whistle, or enter guild bases. Hovering over the skull shows the name of the entity that tagged you and the time remaining. If you tagged an enemy yourself, an icon with 2 swords appears to the left of the skull. There are 3 different combat tags. First, the blue skull. This is the PvE combat tag. It lasts 30 seconds or until the mobs are killed. Self-applied and environmental tags count as PvE. A player or boss tag will overwrite this. The biggest limitation, if you leave the game or disconnect below 60% health, you instantly die. Go to the depths or wipe.
Second, the orange skull. This is the boss combat tag. It lasts 3 minutes or until the boss dies. It is prioritized over all other tags and carries the exact same limitations as the regular PvE tag. Third, the red skull. This is the PvP combat tag, meaning you are being assaulted by a player. It lasts 1 minute and 20 seconds. Next to it is a number showing how many players tagged you. Hover over it to see their names. If you turn on No Holds Barred in settings, attacking allies will put them in danger too. A PvP tag overwrites a PvE tag. The limitations here are brutal. If you disconnect at all, you will die regardless of your HP. You will no longer be healed by knocking NPCs or monsters, only by knocking players. your damage modifier hard cap is reduced from plus 75% to plus 50%, and you cannot use the Seafarer's Chime. Lastly, you can remove a combat tag you placed on other players. Just type MB or sorry followed by their first name in the chat, or simply say all. You can also right-click the swords icon next to the skull and click their name or all combat tags. Your armor has durability. When it hits 0, your armor buffs are negated. You can repair it at a blacksmith, or a campfire will slowly regen it. Look at the UI on top. The door icon is useful to leave the game safely, but it takes a few seconds. If you press Alt F4, your character stays in the game for a few seconds, which is dangerous. Let's open the settings. You can change your FOV, check keybinds, enable streamer mode, and pick your preferred network region for events. Press M to open your map and use the interface to invite people to your party. Here is a crucial feature. In the settings under Interface, disable the Leave Game prompt. This allows you to log out instantly without confirmation if you see a ganker or get into danger. Part 3. Stats, Penetration, and Equipment. Open your menu with Tab. Hover over your stats to see your current and base HP. The posture stat means you take less posture damage when blocking. Sanity keeps you alive longer in the depths, and stealth is your crouch speed, mostly for assassin builds. In Deepwoken, enemies have physical resistances, like blunt and slash, and elemental resistances. To bypass these, you need weapon and mantra penetration, which increases your damage. It's capped at 50% unless you use specific talents like Million Ton Piercer for M1 builds or Ether Overdrive for pure mages. A good baseline build needs around 500 HP and 50% physical resistance. Try to pick armor with the most physical resistance, at least 8 to 10 for beginners. Weapon penetration only applies to M1s, and mantra penetration only applies to your magic. Left-click armor to equip it, and right-click to customize colors or hide it. Advanced outfits are found in the Schematics tab. Boots give 0 physical defense, so find boots high in HP, like Imperial boots, which are easy to find. Weapons and items can be enchanted. The best way for a beginner is to give Laplace 3 enchants, and he turns it into a random enchant on a specific weapon. Good enchants are Drowned, Multiplicity, Ferocity, Stench, or Displacement. For accessories, rings are small equipment items. A willpower ring buffs willpower talents, and they also give HP, posture, or ether. Necklaces, earrings, and glasses also provide great HP and ether buffs. All right, Part 4, Leveling, Powering Up, and Traits. To train your body and mind attributes, you need regular EXP. Everything on the map gives EXP. White sparkling particles mean you're getting EXP, and the density shows the amount. Yellow or golden particles mean you reached a threshold and progress is available. If your training gear says you've learned what you can, yellow particles mean you can continue leveling without the message. Just click the arrow to level it up. Weapon and elements need free training points, which you get from bosses like the Ferryman. If you don't have these points, you must deal damage with your weapon or mantras to gain attribute EXP. Once you invest 15 points, you power up. The max level is 20. If you invested 15 points but it shows 0 and you can't power up, you just require more EXP. Powering up fully restores your health, hunger, and thirst, unstains your rusted health bar, and gives you 4 maximum HP. You also level traits. Put at least 1 point into erudition for ether, faster tempo regen, and max tempo. Put 4 to 6 points into vitality, as it gives 10 HP per point. Proficiency and song chant give you more penetration and scaling, meaning you deal more damage with weapons and mantras. Part 5. Cards, Aces, and Menus. Once powered up, you get a selection of cards, talents, mantras, or rarely a 5th card, which is Fold. Folding postpones the card and gives you an additional randomized hand on your next power-up. In your menus, you can right-click mantras and talents to burn, forecast, or favor them. Favoring makes them more likely to roll and is free. Burning removes them unless you use a shrine. Forecasting guarantees it on your next roll. Burning and forecasting cost aces. You spawn with 0 aces. You get 1 from Whisper Draws, 2 from the Scrapper Boon for every other Whisper Draw,
2 from a Licorice's quest, up to 2 from the starting Ace's Echo upgrade, and 20 from the Ace of Spades Regalia. You can have a maximum of 28 aces or 48 with the Regalia. You also earn knowledge for every power-up, up to 19, plus extra from milestones and quests. Knowledge is used for deep shrines, the deity Miserabilis, or re-rolling your resonance. Notes, however, are your currency from selling items at the antiquarian. In the Miscellaneous tab, you find gems. The best is the Bloodless gem, which slightly reduces damage but heals you when you deal damage. Left-click to equip it onto a mantra. In other tabs, you can see crafting recipes like gliders or flint, check your faction rep, where Bad Vigil's rep gets you attacked, and see your stats page for times defeated, drowns, and playtime.
Finally, the depths. It is a purgatory to all the drowned and home to sea monsters. In the center is a bastion to freedom. Returning to the overworld is possible through the bastion. The trial scales based on your level and drowns. Levels 1 to 3 face no threat. Levels 4 to 6 face a Mudskipper Knight. Levels 7 to 9 an Angel. Levels 10 to 15 Megalodons. And levels 16 to 20 face the Enforcer. Having more players increases the number of mobs. Alternatively, you can find whirlpools in the overworld sea. Going through one doesn't count as a drown and safely lets you enter Castle Light and Chariot Spire. By the way, I am hosting a giveaway. Take your time to watch this tutorial. The person with the most likes and the person with the most replies after 2 weeks, message me on Discord, send proof, and I will give you exclusive weapons and relics. Now, let's hop right into the progression. When you spawn in, you will start inside a spawn house. Walk outside and you'll see an NPC. Click through his dialogue options until he gives you 20 notes for free as a starter bonus. Now, before we set sail, I'll show you the most useful things you should do first. Follow this path. We are going to the blacksmith to buy equipment and craft our beginner outfit. Most beginners skip this, but it's super easy and saves your life. At the blacksmith, you can buy starter gear. I advise you to only buy the flint and the cloth for now because we need them for our outfit. Go into the armor section and craft the traveler's jacket. This gives you 10 free physical resistance, which is a great damage reduction for the early game. Right here is an NPC where you can practice your combat. Talking to him teleports you to the same combat training you can choose in the main menu. If you already know how to dodge, parry, and block, skip this part. If not, stay because this is the most important part of the game. In the combat guide, you can customize your enemy. Turn on the attack option so he fights back. Deepwoken has a parry-based combat system. Before an attack hits you, you can parry it by pressing F or block it. But remember, blocking fills your posture bar, and if you get hit too much, you will get guard broken. You can also roll or dodge through attacks. Press Q to dodge or Q and right-click to roll, but you cannot roll infinitely. Your normal left click is your basic M1 attack. If you start an attack or cast a mantra, you can feint it with a right click. R is your critical attack. If you run and press crouch, control, you will slide. If you run by pressing W twice and then click left or right, you will perform an uppercut. You can also attack in the air with M1s, heavy attacks, dodges, parries, and mantras. Now, here is a very important cheese for most enemies. If you can't parry effectively, or if you are at low health, simply do a sprint attack by sprinting and pressing M1. Do a sprint attack, keep running away, do it again, and repeat until you beat them all, or until you get a health pack to keep fighting. And remember, if you are getting comboed, press G to vent if you have enough tempo. Continuing with the guide, I will show you where the antiquarian is. This is the place where you sell your items for notes. Nearby is the banker NPC. Here you can store items and notes, withdraw them later, and even buy new bank slots with your notes. Over here is a campfire. You can rest there to regen. If there is no campfire, you can craft one with 1 wood or 3 sticks, and light it with your flint. You can also buy food here if you don't have a guild-based cafeteria yet, or if you don't have mushrooms to eat. Now, let's set sail. Go here and buy the normal boat. You can manually spawn your boat by pressing N. We will drive to the first island where you can level up. On the way, you will see structures on the water. These are places where you can farm mobs. To a new player, Your boat has its own HP. The starter boat can be repaired for free. Also, the lower the boat's HP, the slower it moves. Once you have 500 notes, you can simply buy a better boat. With that, you can shoot cannons with left click while driving, and your friends can shoot by hopping on the cannons too. You can actually cheese enemies by just driving around and shooting them. You'll still get EXP, though you won't get weapon or element EXP this way. Now we are here. This place is called Lower Erisia. Before we start, a quick tip. If a player attacks you because they think you are new, just tell them you play since verse 2 or verse 3, since the game is out since verse 1. If someone grips you, you can respawn at your boat, back at the Isle of Vigils, or at your guild base if you bought the room for it. Respawning enemies in Lower Erisia will mostly be bandit groups, mud skippers, which are like zombies, and sometimes sharkos or other enemies. Bandits will be your primary targets. They are the easiest enemies to fight. Sometimes they have a bandit leader, which is a stronger version with more HP. They mostly spawn on the shores, near campfires, or around structures. These bandits can be cheesed with 2 methods. First, sneak up on them and perform a backstab. Then hit them until they are knocked down. If others attack you, you can simply finish the downed enemy by hitting them, otherwise they will stand up again. Or just assassinate the other enemies too, and you will get EXP and a chest on completion. The second method? Spam mantras and M1s. If you don't have mantras yet, use the cheese from earlier. Run away, do a running attack, and repeat. You can also carry knocked enemies with B if you don't want to grip them. Their danger level is very low. Now, the Sharko. This is a mob you should not fight until you are experienced or high level. If you are unexperienced, avoid them. The Sharko has a slash attack. It'll either slash you once or twice. You can dodge or parry it. Its second attack is a kick. You can only dodge or roll through this one. Its last attack is a rapid fire move. Just spam F to parry when he does it. If you manage to defeat it, you'll get a Megalodon hide, which you can use to craft a glider. I advise you to farm in Lower Erisia until you reach level 5 to 7. When picking mantras for your magic abilities, good picks for this build would be Burning Servants, Flame Repulsion, and Fireblade. Flame Grab is also great, and Fire Gun is good for ranged attacks, but you don't really need it for PvE. Once you reach level 5 or 7, you will notice that you get less EXP in Lower Erisia. This happens in most areas of the game as you level up, but remember, your own danger level increases too. From here, I advise you to farm the different sea events. These are the small islands on the sea. The danger levels here can differ. If you don't have a boat with cannons to cheese them yet, look for islands where no sea monsters spawn, but rather normal zombies or simple bandits. These are pretty easy to clear. Farm these sea events until level 9. After you reach level 9, we will sail to the other starter island, called Etris. We go there to sell our items, buy wood, and buy food. Most importantly, Etris is a great place to create a guild base. If you don't have one, pay attention, because guild bases save you a massive amount of time and effort. A guild base is a private outpost. To create one, you need an item called a Chime of Dwelling. You simply use the chime while looking at a flat surface, like a wall, and a door will appear. Inside, you can hire a treasurer who holds the notes donated to the guild. You use these notes to build different rooms. I won't list every single price, but here's what you need to know. Build the mess hall to hire a chef who sells cheap food. Build the quarters to get a free spawn point and a resting spot if you die. Build the armory to hire a blacksmith for crafting and repairing your gear. And build the trophy room to hire a banker, giving you access to a safe deposit box to transfer items across your character slots. You can also build training halls, a library, or even an arena. Use your guild base regularly to sell your items and heal up safely. Now let's talk about leveling from 9 to 12. We're going to head to the second luminant, also known as the second sea. From Etris, we need to sail through the massive gates. You can enter this gate even at level 1. It has no level requirements. Once in the second luminant, I will show you the location of a very special shrine. Go into this cave. This is the Shrine of Order. We will use this to balance our stats. After shrining, you should invest your points into Heavy Weapon, Flame Charm, Fortitude, and Willpower. Also, when you level up from now on, make sure to pick the talent Carnivore. After getting Carnivore, pick Grand Feast. This talent allows you to regenerate health just by gripping monsters. Next, we sail to Songseeker Wilds. Here you'll find a mission board. You can easily farm these missions for EXP. You might not level up massively fast here, but it is safe and consistent. After Songseeker, we go to a place where you can level from 12 all the way to 17, or even max level if you want. While we drive there, let's talk about the mobs. Look out for the mission boards here too for fast loot and good EXP. The easiest enemies will be events where normal NPCs spawn. They will have attunements, magic now, but at level 12, they should be pretty easy. Make sure you unlock 2-star mantras. When you get your flame charm to 30 or 40, you automatically unlock them. Try to get Flame Wisp, which heals you when you deal burn damage, and Relentless Flames, which deals massive damage. At this level, normal Sharkos and even their blue variants should be easy for you. Just spam your mantras, attack, dodge, and parry. Now, the Thresher. If a Thresher is alone, try fighting it. But if you are about to die, just run away. However, if a normal Thresher spawns with a big dark Thresher, run away immediately or you will die. Other mobs like bats are pretty easy, but whatever you do, do not do the lobster bounty. You cannot beat a lobster if you can't parry perfectly. Once you hit level 17, you can try fighting a boss. Before doing this, make sure to equip Bloodless Gems on your Burning Servants and other mantras to heal you when dealing damage. Also, level up your mantras at your guild base to increase their damage. Warning, if you fight a boss with a friend, the boss will have double HP. If you want to boss, you can fight the Ferryman from level 17 to 20. He is located in a void zone. That means if you die on the island, you go straight to the depths. There are whirlpools around his island, so drive carefully. If your boat breaks, you can swim to land and repair it on the wooden docks. By the time you hit max level, power 20, your stats should be around 50 fortitude, 40 willpower, 80 flame charm, and 80 heavy weapon. By the way, weapon stats are capped at 75 until you defeat a boss to uncap them. If you don't want to fight the Ferryman, I have a very good alternative option for you to farm, and you can start this at level 12 too, though it's harder early on. Go to Miner's Landing. Here you can do a dungeon called the Crammed Hollow for amazing loot, weapons, enchants, and lots of notes. Talk to the NPC at the entrance to be teleported inside. Buy a pickaxe, you will need it, heal up, and craft armor if needed. Then go to the deep drill and use the ladder. Mobs will spawn, and you need to defeat all of them to get a chest near the drill. To go deeper for harder enemies and better loot, collect the ores they drop, put them into the drill, and press the ladder again. When you want to go up, use the ladder, and when you want to leave entirely, go into the portal to return to the second luminant. Now, let's break down the Ferryman's attacks so you can easily beat him. First, his teleport. If you stand too close to him after your attack window ends, he teleports away. Watch out in phase 2 because this teleport will push you back with a small repulsion pulse. His first attack is lightning clones. He only uses this in phase 1. He summons 4 clones that rush and slash you. You have to block, parry, or dodge to destroy them. Here is a massive pro tip. If you have the Grand Feast talent, killing these clones will completely heal you and restore your ether and tempo. Next is the Lightning Strike. He rains thunderbolts from the sky right in front of your path. Simply walk sideways or backwards to avoid it. But here is the ultimate cheese. If you rush him and spam M1s with a fast weapon, you will keep him in hit stun and the lightning will deal 0 damage. Then we have Lightning Assault. He teleports right in your face and strikes 3 times. From the front, then your left, then your right. In phase 1, you need to parry the first and the last strike. In phase 2, it's even easier. Just parry the first hit and the rest are auto-parried. Do not try to attack him during this because he will just auto-parry you. Once you reach phase 2, he replaces his clones with his deadliest move, Grand Volley. He fires 4 purple javelins at you. Do not try to block this. It will instantly guard break you. Just run sideways to dodge them all. Melee attack opportunities are rare after this move, so use ranged mantras to get free damage in. And finally, his Vent. If you hit him hard enough to daze him, he will explode with blue ether to push you away.
Just memorize this simple pattern. Dodge the lightning, parry the assault, run from the javelins, and the Ferryman is an easy win.
All right, guys, that is it for the ultimate Deepwoken Beginner Guide. If you followed these steps, you should be sitting at Power 20 right now, completely wipe-free and ready to dominate the game. Do not forget about the massive giveaway. As I said earlier, the person with the most likes on their comment and the person with the most replies after 2 weeks will win exclusive endgame weapons and relics. So drop a comment down below and reply to others. Also, if you have any questions, get stuck somewhere, or just need some progression tips, ask me right here in the YouTube comments. I will read and answer them, and every comment gives you a better chance to win the giveaway. Make sure to also join my Discord server linked in the description so you can claim your prize, or if you want to hang out and ask the community for help. If this guide helped you survive, drop a like and subscribe for more Deepwoken content. Good luck in the free week, stay safe out there, don't wipe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.